Okay, welcome to the Cuba Whiskey Cabinet. My name is David. I'm going to be doing a blind of the Macallan Edition series. I also threw in the Macallan 12-year Sherry Cask as kind of like an extra bonus. We're going to rip through all these. They're all Macallan, so they all pretty much taste the same. And then I'm gonna go over them. I'm gonna rate them, and then I'm gonna rank them, and then we'll see what happens. All right, so start with number one. Got a little notepad here. So I'm gonna take a little bit of notes, but not too many. I don't want to take away from the video, but we'll just get right into it. So my number one is good. Smells like Macallan, huh? How about that? So yeah, right off the rip, yeah, it's Macallan. I do know a lot of these bottles, like the Edition Series 1 and 2, have been open for a long time, so there's a chance that they're falling off a little bit because of the age. They just don't have the same. I always love number one, but I could tell the last couple times I've had it, just not holding up the way it used to. Um, the first one, I don't know if it's one of those. I don't think so. It's very good, so we're gonna go with that. We're gonna see what happens. Okay, number two. Yeah, that's another one. Again, this is my first whiskey of the day, so my nose and palate might be kind of betraying me a little bit. Very good. Again, it's got the everything you want in a Macallan. It's got the like chocolate, the vanilla, the toffee, the honey, like everything. I always said like the number six always tasted like raisins. I always got a raisin note on that one, and I could just nose number six all day. I could nose probably all these all day because they're just all fantastic. Let me write some notes actually. Okay, number three. Okay. Not much of a finish on that one. I do know like the edition 4. It doesn't have a super long finish, but the palate's fantastic. It's one of my favorite scotches that I've ever owned. I owned multiple bottles. One of my favorites. Super crushable. Like it's just a good everyday scotch, and it's awesome. So right now I'm leaning towards that being number 4. I kind of know because it's one that I kind of drink more regularly than others. So I kind of have a good feeling of that. Number 4 and number 5, um, those are two that I constantly uh, those are two that I constantly am able to pick out of a blind. Number 4 is not really my favorite in terms of like having, in terms of like blind tasting and ranking. It's just so crushable and it's such a good daily drinker that I wish it was more readily available. Like I said, I got a couple backup bottles, but once it's gone, it's gone. So, but it's not as complex as some of the other ones. So it always does pretty middle of the road in like the rankings, but it's such a good whiskey. Um, so I'm going in next. Yeah, these are all super close right now. It's really hard for me so far to tell these apart. They're all Macallan, so it's gonna be super hard. Um, so that was number. I kind of put these up here to know I tried them already. Okay, so that was number 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got it. Fine. So number 5. Okay. Yeah, this one's kind of again, it's so hard to tell with some of these if it's just like the edition 5 or is it something going on with the bottle that it's just not hitting the same way. But I feel like that's number 5. But I don't know. I mean, what are the chances that the fifth whiskey's number 5? Now I'm probably just talking myself out of it. So, okay, on to 6. Okay, let's try. Again, typical Macallan. You get the sherry smell, get all of the good stuff. Another one that's just super good. I mean, it's going to be really hard to rate all these because they're so close. I mean, there's not really much difference in terms of like number 1 to number 7. Um, maybe number 7 falls a little shorter than the other ones, but ooh, this one. Ooh. Okay, I get a lot toffee, vanilla, chocolate, all the stuff that you want from Macallan. This is the one that's getting me excited right now. This typically I pick edition 2 as my favorite. I'm just hoping the bottle, the cork, everything holds up, that it's not getting too oxidized and I lose a lot of it. So this is either edition 2 or edition 6. Oh man, that's just fantastic. Just blows everything away right now. Yeah, I can drink this all day. Wow, that's great. Right now, that by far is the best. Um, yeah, this is blowing everything away right now. So I'm going to either go out on a limb and say this is either 2 or possibly 6. Might look like an idiot, but I'm going to take a water break real quick. I'm going to come back and I'm going to try and back to front and see if that changes anything. Sometimes it does. So I'm going to try that and go from there and see where. Then after that, I'm going to rank them. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, back. All right, we're going to try this again. Oh man, not a lot has changed. This one is just killer. Whew. Like that, just blowing everything away. Nothing is that complex. Nothing is that good. Um, right now, this is by far number 1. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's either 2 or it's either number 2 or number 6. I'm not sure which one. 6 blew me away when I first tried it. 2 always wins my blind. So right now this is second place. See, that's good. It's just flat. Actually, after drinking that, I don't even know if that is second place. This is, it's like number 1 and everything else kind of is how I'm going at it right now. So just gonna kind of go through these real quick. Coming back, it's almost worse. This is the one that's super flat. Not very complex. I'm gonna say it's number 5. It's gonna be my guess here. Number 5 is number 5. Would have thought. Yeah, super short finish. Compared now that I've had the best one, number 5 is just easy to pick up. I feel like this is like as far in first as this one is. This is as far in last right now for me. So it's kind of where I had it when I first started. So 4. This is another one that's just good. Just, God, number 7 is just killing everything. That a little bit above there. That's where I got it. That's very good too. The more I'm having of that, the less I'm liking it. You know, okay, this is the worst, this is the best. Then from there, it's kind of a log jam in the middle. Um, Number 3 might have a little bit um, at second place. Number 2, maybe third. I'm kind of trying to drink these, but also not get hammered, so I can still taste. My mouth is just blown up right now. Just drinking so much. So many little tastes so fast. You start get to a point where your mouth is almost numb. You can't taste anything. So that's why this is hard with 7. You typically you do like 4. Um, so 7 is a tough one. Okay. So I'm gonna go first on number 7. I think it's down a little bit, so I don't get myself confused because it'll be easy. I'm gonna go first. Second was gonna be the third. Um, Third might be 2. Uh, Fourth is gonna be 1. Right. Fourth is gonna be 1. Fifth will be 6. Seventh will be, or sixth will. There's way too many whiskeys here. 1. 7's 1. I'm just gonna go through them. I know the order. This is so confusing. There's too many whiskeys in this. I'm just gonna go through them. I'm gonna start left to right. No, I'm gonna start first to last. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna start last to first. So I'll get my last place out of the way. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go last to first, and then I'll talk about it at the end. So last place is number 5, just as I thought. Edition 5. I don't know if you can see that. If you can't, I take my word for it because it's my video, and so so it's gonna be last. I'm gonna put this over here so I know this is dead last place. So yeah, number 5. Not a lot going on. It always finishes dead last, and that's okay. It's still a good whiskey. It's just in terms of compared to these other ones, it's not great. So okay, so then we're gonna go 6th place. Oh wow, edition 3. Typically, this does very good in my blinds. Again, I get into the very end of the bottle. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I do have a backup bottle that I'm excited to open eventually, but yeah, I'm very surprised that this came in 6th place. This usually does at least top 3, 3, 4. I mean, I guess when you're only doing 6, it's your 4th place. You're in the bottom half. Um, so yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised by that one, which means that edition or not edition 12, the 12 year is still in here. So 12 year could be first place, which would be great because I could get that any day. I could go to the Jewel down the street and pick that up. So that would be fantastic if that was the case. But um, but it's still in here. So I think 5th is this. I hope so. So number 6 is fifth. Oh, speaking of the devil, it's a 12-year. It was better than the other two, which is encouraging because you can get this anywhere, any day. It's still fantastic. It's one of my favorite. Like I could just go to the store and get it scotches. Yeah, it's still very good. Okay, so we got the top four here. So four was number one. Yeah, shoot. What's a shame. Number two. Number two has won it almost every time I do a blind. Like that's such a shame that it's fallen off so far. This used to crush everything, like, and it wasn't even close. It was it was kind of like these ones where, but it was opposite. Number two would crush everything, and all the others were just kind of like well way behind. So that really that sucks because I love number two. I'm down to the last little bit of the bottle. I got, maybe a quarter of the bottle left, unfortunately. And I do not have a backup. I have backups of three, four, five, and six, but one and two are very hard to find. And unfortunately, I can't find anymore. This really bums me out because this always wins. So, okay, that means one, one, four, and six are still in it. So, okay, so in third place, got edition one. I don't even know if you can see these, but I'm going to show you anyways. Edition one. This, again, like I said, this got me into collecting. I was blown away when I first got this. I bought it just randomly. Like I saw it, I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. Like edition one. I was like, that sounds great. And I just started drinking scotch and all. I was in a band and my guitar player would bring over scotch and we would drink. I was like, wow, some of this stuff is so good. So I, went to the store, bought a bunch. Then, it kind of seemed like weekly I was going to the store and buying more. And then, like, I finally got to a point. I bought this, and I was just like, wow, this one blew me away, and it really got me into. It kept me coming back. Every edition series that came out, I needed it because you know, I needed the next one. So it's great that there's two that are better than it, but I feel like one and two fell off a lot just because they've been open for almost 6 years now, probably even longer. So I mean, it's a shame, but sometimes they all don't hold up the same. Okay, so that means second place is number four. Like I said, I love four. I don't know if I'm maybe a little bit biased because I could tell that this is four. It's just so crushable. It's my favorite, like every day, like it's my go-to. I have 3 extra bottles, so I have a lot left. But once it's gone, it's gone. So I have to start babying these bottles. But yeah, this is just one of my go-tos. That means number six. Number six is the winner. I really did not expect it. I expected number two to crush everything. Clearly, number six is the new champion. Um, I'd love to get my hands on another edition two, just to have a fresh crack and let it kind of breathe. Like I said, number six didn't do good in my last blind of these. I just did edition one through six. Six came third, fourth place, but I had just gotten the bottle. So everything was a little off because the bottle was fresh, and then I had just cracked a fresh bottle of edition four. So those two didn't really have any time to breathe. And if you believe in the process of letting the whiskey breathe, then you'll agree that, he should breathe a little bit. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I'm glad I did it. Um, Edition six is a killer. I might go try to find another bottle because I can't believe how good this is and how much it opened up. It's fantastic. Um, I had fun doing this video. I'm doing this for myself to just to kind of go through my journey of whiskey and like this is where I came from. I came from the Macallan editions. Like this is what got me hooked. So I'm trying to share what got me excited about whiskey in the first place and what started all of this. So if it wasn't for these edition series, there would be no Cuba whiskey cabinet. There would be no whiskey cabinet behind me. There would probably be a table filled with like a handful of scotches, which is what it used to be. I used to have a table It was just filled with whiskey. It's kind of a barbaric way to do it, but that's how it was. So I'm excited to share this. Hopefully, I can share some more content. If anyone liked this video, that's awesome. Thank you for liking it. I really appreciate it. I'm doing this for myself, but if other people like it, that is just a cherry on top. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.